There. Does that seem good?
It seems great.
Okay. Let me start the timer.
Oop.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Well, I guess you're watching this on Tuesday.
Okay, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm Peggy.
I'm Amanda. You're watching the Junction Fiber Mill Millcast.
Yes, you are. It's hot already.
I know. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning here at the mill.
Did you hear what it's going to get to?
I didn't. Yes, I did. I wore shorts today.
90 degrees.
I wore my shorts I made.
Oh, those are adorable.
Thank you.
Did you make them recently?
Yeah, I talked about them when you were on vacation.
Oh, all right. Those are really cute.
Saturday shorts. That's what they're called.
Oh, the
I've been wearing them a lot. Mm-hmm.
Huh? Cool.
Yeah. The only thing is I hate about wearing shorts in the summertime is when you're sitting and working on a stool, you get stuck. Yeah, you do. And it's the worst feeling. So I actually I'm sitting right next to my desk, but there's a little sheepskin on my chair to prevent
your skin from getting glued down.
Yeah, and I was like, this is perfect for the mill. Tiny little sheepskin.
How was your weekend?
It was good, but also I want to say we had 4th of July in there too.
Yeah. So that's right. You did a big thing.
I took off on the 4th and we went up to Warren, Vermont. They have little known fact, like one of the biggest parades for the 4th of July. So our very good friends live there and we went and did the parade. We saw Bernie Sanders. We saw Becca Ballant. Who is our state House representative.
Yeah. State rep.
State rep. And then we went to see my friend Zari play polo, which was very fun. So Maeve got to go.
And not water polo.
No, horse polo.
Who knew in Vermont there was any?
It's so cool. And so Maeve got to run out and stomp the divots, as they say. So where the horses kick up the fields, right? People run out and they like put the pieces back in. So she had a fun time with that. And this weekend we just did more summering, for lack of a better word. We did Maeve did her first brook bath.
Oh, nice.
It's so cold. It feels amazing on a hot day. So just picture this. It's us down there. Maeve is so naked and she just I'm holding her, just dipping her in the water and she's just squealing. It was so much fun.
This is the brook right behind your house?
Yeah, we have a brook behind our house. We're very lucky. And then on Sunday, I took the kids to a friend's house who has a pool. And we did more swimming around. So
excellent.
It was a lot of summer stuff.
Very
How about
good.
You?
Saturday, it was the day was starting out with some real thunderstorms and all. We did a day trip.
It poured on Saturday.
And we needed it. So that was good. So we did a field trip over to Conway, New Hampshire. And we took at the road called the Kankamangas Pass, which is absolutely gorgeous. In the fall, it's got all the fall colors, but it's so green. So we had a fun time doing that. And then yesterday, just sometimes you got to, I was going to say strap on a pair. But anyway, we had to put out some serious fencing because we've moved the sheep to a new set of grass. And it was hot as all get out. And moving electric fencing is not for the faint of heart.
It's heavy.
It's heavy. It
gets tangled sometimes.
We did pretty well with that, but we first had to take it down in one section and then put it back out. And it took us a little over 2 hours, and Todd and I were doing it nonstop. So other than that, and then we had yesterday afternoon, we also have a one-room schoolhouse in our little neighborhood, which is kind of our neighborhood gathering place. And we had an ice cream social. And it was perfect. We were in the shade of the way it was set up just right so that the ice cream had a chance. Yeah. And it was great. There were a lot of folks I hadn't seen in a while. We have a lot of young families moving into our neighborhood, so it was terrific.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's But we started our Friday with a fabulous open house.
Shockingly fabulous, considering it was 100 degrees in here. Sitting still, I was just sweat dripping, the boob sweat. Oh, it's the
worst. Todd came to help us, and when he came in, I said, "I'll be surprised if 10 people show up." We had quite the crowd.
It was, and we had
fans once again
going,
people driving.
Yes, people braving the heat to come to the open house. To show us what they've been making. Yeah. To talk to Ona.
Yeah, Ona was there.
Ona was there, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but she was there to sort of show off all of her designs, to talk through the Lindal sweater, which we're going to get to a little bit more today. That's right behind us. Yeah. It was a fabulous turnout.
Right. And I want to, Molly, thank you so much for the book. I've started it. Molly from Green Hope Farm over in Meriden, New Hampshire, came to the open house. She's terrific.
Yeah, she really is.
She brought me a book because she had heard that I'd just been in Croatia, and this is a book that is set in Croatia. I think in the 1930s. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to really diving in.
Molly.
Yeah, thank you.
And then we had lots of friends stop by, lots of new folks stop by, and it was great. And it's always fun to see Leah giving tours too. That's one of my favorite things. I gave a tour.
You jumped right in.
I did.
Your turn.
Sometimes I'm on with the tour. Sometimes I get lost, and Peg's mostly the tour guide around here, and Leah now has become a fabulous tour guide.
Yeah. It just sort of, you wind her up, and Peggy goes, "We'll do the tour." Yeah. It was good. It was good, but man, it was hot. So thanks to those who were brave and came and were handling wool in 85-degree weather.
It was so hot. But after on that note, I should say, the other thing this weekend is we both cast on for our
the knit along,
which starts officially right now.
Right now. Yeah, I'm already sweating. God,
I know.
Yeah. Wow. So we are if you've been living under a rock, we've been we're doing a knit along with Ona Woldten's incredible sweater. You're seeing we should name this mannequin.
Yeah, this is. I think she has a name for it. Maybe I forgot what it is.
We'll call her Charlotte for the moment.
We're borrowing Ona's mannequin that she left after the open house with us for the Millcast.
Yeah.
So you can take a look. But this sweater, the pattern launched on Friday, and I have never seen a pattern like this. She really put her heart and soul into this pattern, and it is. I'm just floored. When I cast on Saturday. Friday, my brain was too fried after like the literal temperatures. Like we were texting each other, like I can't. But Saturday I did cast on, and I had to text her at like 10 p.m. I was like, Ona, I am just amazed that you managed to write such a pattern, because she just put the level of detail. It's I'll show you some photos here from her. She brought with some of the paperwork that went with the planning of this pattern to the open house so that people could see. And so what you're seeing now is just her. She like drew every single size of this pattern, and it's not just the size. Like there are sizes for a lot of different body types, but then there's also the lengths.
Right.
So there ended up being, I think she said 33 different sizes
combinations. Yeah.
And it's not a pattern that you just like start one thing and then like keep going for 22 inches or whatever. It's like every row has to be written out. Because
you've got to pay attention. This is not a pattern where you pour a glass of wine and start knitting. You got to pay close attention. Part of what we have to say is what makes it extremely unique is you're knitting it sideways.
Yes. So you're knitting this direction. This is a row all the way, and then back up. And just to back up a little bit, we knit Ona's Torkel, which was a little scarf for Rhinebeck last year. It was our first ever knit along when we were like, hey, what the heck? Let's try and knit along. I don't even think we told Ona before we announced it. And so we did it and we loved it. It was so fun. It was so fun to meet up with everybody on the hill at Rhinebeck and do the photos. And even for folks who couldn't come, to like get everyone's participation knitting the same thing with our yarn. Then shortly after Rhinebeck, we were thinking next year we'd love to do a sweater. Because that's the thing, right? # Rhinebeck sweater.
Yeah.
And so we approached Ona and said, Ona, would you consider designing something for us? We left it pretty open-ended. We just said, with Making Tracks and Farm Fresh. And she hadn't had that in her plans at the time. Right. But then a couple weeks later, maybe even like a week later, she came back with the prototype drawing for what she was thinking.
And we were like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And she writes about it in the description on Ravelry of her poor family's back of the bus while she's trying to figure it out. She really put a tremendous amount of brain power to figure out how do we make this work? Because if you're knitting sideways, you're committing to the length, and it's absolutely extraordinary. And she's written it out crystal clear. We both agree. Well, first of all, if you have knit the Torkel, it helps.
You're set up well to understand.
Yeah, understand how these individual sections, because you kind of do this section. It's all by
shape. Like she has every single one of these. I think there's like 40 some of the shapes. Yeah. Every single one is detailed, and some shapes you get into, you're like, okay, this is really similar to the Torkel. I remember this.
Right. I found that helpful.
I totally did too. But I also just want to say there's writing the pattern and then it's like the checking of the pattern. Right. So she finished her pattern in the springtime, or, was finished, but she didn't finish until probably the day before it launched, because it was a finish line. But she had many test knitters test this pattern, and Ona was so thorough and thoughtful in like making sure that this pattern was accurate and just considerate. She knows people are going to spend a lot of time and put a lot of trust into her pattern writing if they embark on this project. So to see all these, so we had a couple of test knitters in house. Yeah. Leah and Liz were both test knitters for this. That's right. And contributed to the final pattern itself. Yeah. So for me, just before we get into the knit along portion, I just thought it was really cool to be upfront on the ride of creating a pattern like this.
Yeah, it's impressive.
And in addition, it wasn't just like wash, rinse, repeat. This was Ona's first sweater. And you can really, in a way, tell, because it's not just like this formulaic, like, oh, here's the yoke pattern, here's the chart, do it, knit it this long. It was sort of a reimagining of what a sweater could be. Right. So that's what got me really excited to knit it, is just like taking on a sweater from a completely different angle. And it's so freaking beautiful. I want to show some of these samples.
Well, no, this is mine. I finished. I just spent all weekend, and
it's really easy. You just whipped it right out.
So you can do it either as a pullover or as a cardigan. And look at this. This is, oh God, this is gorgeous. Look at the backside here.
And so what I was floored by, because it didn't even cross my mind, is this detail in here. You can kind of, it's subtle, but you can see how in the main color work, these stitches sort of change angles. And what that is from, I believe it comes sort of from the short row shaping. I don't know. I'm not really there yet, but I love how the yoke is absolutely stunning. That just stands out to you. But if we can like zoom in on it, can you point to that part in the front that I'm talking about, where those stitches go right sort of at an angle?
Yeah, and it gives it this shaping. It's very cool.
I think that combined with the shoulder
I love the shoulder. So it sort of sits on your shoulder with this. Yeah, look at that.
I feel like it almost gives it like, it's sort of like an armor look.
Like a military.
Yeah, it's like this beautiful, like soft leafy pattern, but it also combined with this sort of military angle. I just think it is so stinking cool.
Is it epaulets?
Like the chainmail, or
no? It's on a anyway.
We've got a couple more. Do you want to grab to show?
Hold on.
And then we can reveal what we've been up to this weekend.
Okay, check out this colorway.
Okay. Oh yeah, we should say what colors are these? This is Daybreak, I think, or no?
No, I think this is
Leaf Peeping.
This is Leaf Peeping.
And the rust, which we don't have anymore.
But we also have a lovely orange.
Yeah, we have orange.
And this is our Farm Fresh green along with sea glass. I mean, is that killer or what?
I would have never put these two together, but I like, now that I'm looking at it,
it's
this
gorgeous.
Really inspired my colorway choice, I have to say.
And then this one, this is the neutral.
Yeah, I would say the closest yarn we have to this is the North Country Cheviot gray now. And then this with our Day's End was one of our new colorways. And I mean, how cool is this?
Yeah, look at the back side of this. Yeah, I mean, it is a sweater for the ages. It's really lovely. Nope, that's it. That's it. That's the collection.
So should we reveal our cast-ons?
Sure.
And talk about how it went?
Okay. I haven't seen what you've done. We don't know how. Yeah.
See. All right. Well, gotta show off my Junction 5 Mill merch first, and then using my We Will Rock You bag in my.
And I'm continuing to use the bag that someone I know well made for me.
I made it.
Okay, so.
Okay. Oh my God, we're like in the same. Well, you're doing cardigan. I am.
So I'm doing.
Okay, you should show your colors, because I showed mine last time.
I am doing Savage Heart Farm, of course, in the dark, the charcoal with the midnight plum.
That's so pretty. So it's your sheep's wool. That's fun.
Yes, that is fun, and I'm loving the contrast. So I've done the button band.
Of the cardigan version.
Right. If you hold the top first, hold that top first again, and then I've done there.
So you're on, that's shape 5 for you too?
No, I'm on 20.
Oh, because you start midway through.
Right. So it's hard to really see, but I'll tell you what I've loved, and you don't have it because you're not doing the card. Right off the bat, she has these techniques I had never used before. Like I had never done a crochet cast on. I was like, easy peasy.
Did you have to look for a tutorial or was?
Yeah, I go right to YouTube.
Yeah, totally.
And then a thing called the lateral braid. See how the
hold it up.
If you'll I don't know if you can see it on the edge, the stitch goes sideways, and I didn't know how that was done, and it's called a lateral braid.
So pretty.
See what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, just nice, easy stuff.
So I'm doing mine out of the tangerine twist, as I said. And the burnt orange. And so again, this was inspired by like Ona's use of the sea glass and green. It's like, I went to put pink and orange together, but I think it's going to look so good in the sweater. And I'm doing the pullover version. So I did a provisional cast on, which I've never done this one. And she just calls for any provisional cast on. I'll link to the tutorial. I think it was a Pearl Soho tutorial. But I really liked it because it was a one-step deal. Like I wasn't crocheting a chain and then knitting into it. I was sort of crocheting and holding the knitting needle at the same time. Right. And so I'm on shape 5 now, which is kind of a doozy. I mean, like she says in the instructions, it's not a complicated shape, or it's not a complex shape, but it is every size and every length variation has a different set of instructions. So it's very choose your own adventure. Like she gives you the map, and then you got to map it to these lines of the pattern. And I finished it last night, though, watching a movie, so it can be done. If you don't care, we watched The Matrix last night.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
You'd seen it before.
I'd seen it before.
Yeah, okay, so you can knit because you kind of know what's going to happen.
Also, I'm not a huge action movie person, but anyways, I'm just, I got my little shapes going up here. Yeah. These are fun. Similar to the Torkel, I would call this a page turner of a knit because you are just so like driven on by like, oh, I want to just finish this little shape. Yeah, and then you do this little shape. And you go, I have time to do one more shape. Yeah. One more shape. And like, this whole section is another shape. So, I'm stoked about it. And
excellent.
The thing that I feel I'm learning, let me find my notes. Did I even bring them in? Where did I set them? Good question.
I didn't see notes here.
Oh, they're right over there.
Want me to grab them?
Yeah, can you grab them? It's the methods of, it's right underneath my pattern next to my keyboard. Thank you. I'm going to need those later too. Double stitches and wraps and turns. 2 different methods of short row knitting. And I feel like I'm really starting to master them. So she has you do a lot of DS or double stitching on the main color solid section, which is like where you pull the end of the stitch and it creates like, it looks like two stitches. Yeah, right.
Over. You're pulling, yes. And it's another form of a short of doing a short row. So there's the wrap and turn version of a short row,
which is like the simple version,
right? And then the DS, which I actually don't think is that complicated either.
No, it's not. Neither of them are complicated at all. But it's creating such.
The only thing I had to write down for myself was one of them. You do the action and then turn, and the other one you turn and then do the action.
Yeah, the DS is a turn
and do
wrap and turn. and I will say, Ona could not be clearer about this in her instructions. Like, I've never been lost on it. It's just like, okay, got to pay attention. Like, on this row, it's wrap and turn. On this row, it's a double stitch.
So anyway,
also, there's that you can see I've got all my junction fiber mill stitch markers, which what I want to do today is to mark them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like that would be helpful because she does, there's a lot of wayfinding on the pattern to say like, go to 3 stitches past number 2. Yeah. And so I noticed Liz had them marked. So I just need to put some little numbers on the back or something. But
so if you're thinking about it, give it a try. It is really incrable.
Yeah, you've never knit. I can almost guarantee you've never knit a sweater like this.
I agree.
So I would say for those of you this should not be your first knitting project.
Oh goodness, no.
But I would say I think she says adventurous novice, which to me is like, you've done a few things before. You're really comfortable with knits and purls.
Yeah, exactly. Knits and purls.
Very comfortable with that. And like maybe debugging, like, okay, I've got to count again my stitches just to make sure I'm on track. It's not actually that complicated. Like, we're not doing cables, we're not doing bobbles or anything fancy. It's just knits and purls. Yeah. But you got to pay attention.
You do. Yeah. So give it a try and knit along with us, as they say. And we're going to do a
knit night.
A knit night.
Virtual knit night. So wherever you are in the country, it's going to be Wednesday, July 31st at 7 p.m.
Eastern time.
Mm-hmm. And Liz is going to moderate. Ona's going to be there.
Yeah.
And it should be fun. We can all sort of compare where we're at with our patterns.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like I said, this is our Rhinebeck sweater, so we have details forthcoming. But what's fun is if you knit one of these and you're coming to the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, we're all going to be wearing these sweaters, even if it's 80 degrees out. And we're going to meet up on the hill. Again, details TBD, probably Saturday, and we'll take a photo with our
very
Rhinebeck sweaters on.
So knit along with us.
Knit along. I'll link to the bundles, or you can build your own, and to the pattern on Ravelry. And we just want to say once again, huge congrats
to Ona
on this killer of a pattern.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You really knocked it out of the park.
Totally did. So I'm excited. I'm just happy to have something on my needles after so long. My fingers are itchy for it. So
shall we move on?
Sure, we can move on. We still have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. We got some samples to show off.
Oh, yes. So we're just going to show off one today. But we've been commissioning some samples out of our lightweight Making Tracks and Farm Fresh.
Isn't this killer?
So this
is a
Pines and Needles Shawl by SweaterFreak is the name of the designer. Our friend Katie knit it up for us out of our Making Tracks Lite Aurora Borealis and the Farm Fresh Lite Bluefaced Leicester Blend Natural. And God, these colors are so stunning as they modulate.
This is really, really yummy.
Yeah, so I asked Katie for some notes on how it was knitting up, and what she said is a very straightforward and simple pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Every row is, like, the pattern on every single row is actually the same. You just change which stitch you start on. So once you learn the pattern, you're off to the races, and you just have to pay attention at the beginning of the row.
It's gorgeous.
It's so lovely. I've got some photos of me wearing it this weekend. We did a little photo shoot of the patterns, but it's also just like, it's really light. It's color work. Yeah. So thank you, Katie, for knitting this. And this one takes 2 skeins of each. 2 skeins of the Farm Fresh Lite and 2 skeins of the Making Tracks Lite.
And the pattern will be in the
Pines and Needles Shawl. We'll put it in the notes.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, for sure.
What else have we got? So we have new colors.
Yes. We talked about these last week, but now they're done. We've got Heyday Light, Making Tracks Lite,
and the plum, the Midnight Plum.
The one you're knitting with.
Yeah, the one I'm knitting with.
So here you can see the grown-up version.
The grown-up version. That's hilarious. Yeah, and we have one more color still coming.
Mm-hmm.
Carnival. I just had it rinsing in the sinks.
Yep, and just a reminder that we posted those in the clearing. And which other one did we just do? We did 2 other ones that I just posted. Oh, Tangerine Twist.
Tangerine Twist.
Those are now available as well. So we are beefing up. People have asked at the open house, are we going to do every single colorway in sport? I don't know. Probably not.
This takes us to 10.
Yeah, so we're getting
we're feeling pretty good about that.
And we've got some solids coming down the pipeline,
yes,
too.
I dyed we're going to have the green that goes with the green we already have in Making Track or Farm Fresh. And this afternoon, I'm going to dye the crimson.
Okay.
And tomorrow, I'm going to dye the denim. So that'll give us 3 colors.
So those are still some time
away. It takes
from now,
time. It takes time.
But for now, we have this lovely, sort of light gray, or we've got the bright white Making Tracks too. So
yeah.
Do you want to show off the sweater that you have made?
That I finished?
Yeah.
Sure. So I finally finished. I didn't get the buttons on, but I blocked it.
Ooh, look at that.
Take a look at this. It fits. I'm always convinced I'm knitting something that, it probably won't fit.
Oh my gosh. It looks great.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah. So tell us all about the pattern.
This is Smoked Orange by Baby Cocktail, also known as Thea Colman. And I have the...
it's here.
No, I was looking for the buttons.
Oh, the buttons.
It doesn't matter. I have them. I'm not sure I love them.
Okay.
So I'm not featuring the buttons, but...
Do you want to stand up a little bit? It goes so well with your pink shorts.
Yeah, my pink shorts?
Yeah, I think people could see it.
Yeah, it's I'm just thrilled with it. It's just right.
Yeah, not for this season, but shortly. And was this was your wool?
Yeah, this is from last year, and then I dyed it so it was gray, and I dyed over it to get this sort of wine cranberry color.
Yep.
And I'm going to take it off because I'm cooking.
The little bobbles are so cute.
Isn't it cute? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled with it. This is, I'm very, very happy with it.
Very nice.
Yeah. Just in time to start another sweater, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good. Hey, congratulations.
On what?
Well, you've really, you came back from maternity leave and have really thrown yourself into the the technical online side of Junction Fiber Mill. And like that, you got us to 10,000 views or 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Well, thank you.
I mean, holy mackerel.
Yeah, we don't really know what the secret sauce is yet because there was a video we posted of Peggy hanking up some yarn a few weeks ago that just went what I would call small scale viral.
Small scale viral, but it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, we had only like 6,000 followers or something a couple weeks ago, and now we've got 10K, which is just like, woo!
I think that's a significant milestone.
People like the videos. We're going to keep them coming. Yeah, and I'm excited about it.
I want to give a shout out. A lot of you guys know we are in a number of local yarn shops, which we're thrilled. It gives you, if you're not sure and you're not sure you want to buy online,
I mean, every
go to
state
your local,
is different.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can go to your local yarn shop. We're in about 50 at this point.
It's wild.
Including Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska. Are you ready for the name of the shop? Yarn Over Alaska. How cute is that?
That's so cute.
Yarn Over Alaska.
I know. I love to see it. Peg handles the wholesale side of things. And it's always fun to be able to add the new ones to the website and see like, ooh, where are we now?
Yeah.
I always love to hear we've got a few in my home state of Wisconsin. Oh, yeah. We're all over the country. So we've got a page on our website if you want to check which one is nearest you. Check that out. I'll link it in the show notes. But congrats on all the wholesale.
Yeah, that's gone well.
Yeah.
We think we have a drop off this afternoon. You know, we've told the story of the 1,000 pounds, which we are probably about halfway through that, and I've sourced another 1,000 pounds from
no way.
that our sheep shearer Gwen Hinman clued us into, and I think she's going to be dropping it off. We'll probably tell you more about it in the next Millcast with some video.
Yeah.
But in 90
stop us.
90-degree weather, we're going to get a second 1,000 pounds.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We'll see. More about that when it gets here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What else have we got?
I think just some updates on when people can find us. Well, then we'll just tell you about our next open house. As you
August,
can tell, we're melting.
It's true. Dribbling down the back. Friday, August 2nd from 3 to 5.
Yes. So again, it's a great, way to anchor your trip to Vermont that you're going to take anyways.
Come up and visit
us. Or if you're just down in the Boston area, it's a lovely.
There's a brand new restaurant that just opened in White River Junction. We're going there tonight, Tuesday night.
What it's called?
Red Can.
Red Can.
And why is it called Red Can?
I don't know.
Because his mother likes Coca-Cola.
Oh my gosh, that's cute.
Yeah. Anyway, there's new restaurants. Come up, then go out to dinner. King Arthur Flowers up the road.
Yeah.
It's not King Arthur Flour anymore.
King Arthur Baking Company, but the locals will always call it KAF.
Yeah.
So
August 2nd.
We've got the Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival just over the horizon. We've got some really exciting stuff that we're cooking up for that.
Yeah.
The dates first weekend in October.
October 5th and 6th.
Yeah, so that's the other one to catch us. I think we'll probably do an open house in September.
Yeah, we just have to get the date.
Pick the dates. Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in with us on this hot July day.
Yeah. Stay cool.
Bye.
Bye-bye.